Everyone, welcome back to the Launchpad. Zach here with the last video of 2021. I'm in Mountain Standard Time, so I made the cut. The Launchpad's about to complete its first orbit, and in this video, we're going to take a look back at everything in 2021. I'm going to be reacting to some of my first videos, looking back at some of the top stories of the year, making some predictions for 2022, celebrating some of the milestones, and answering some of your questions, and I might throw in a blooper or two. So grab a drink or a snack. This is going to get interesting. Let's go. So yeah, the Launchpad officially started January 1st, 2021 with our first TLP news update on January 4th. Welcome to the Launchpad news. Welcome to 2021. We did it. We made it through 2020, and here's hoping that 2021 is going to be everything that we hope and dream. Well, it might not have been everything we had hoped and dreamed for, but it was a pretty good year. Marcus then joined our team, even though he didn't really know it yet, during a LEGO building stream, and just days later, 71 of you joined me for my first ever live launch coverage for Turkesat 5A.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Ignition. And liftoff.
And just like that, we were off to the races. I would have to say, yeah, I am more confident now, and I hope you guys would see that in the streaming and just the quality of everything. It's weird sitting in a room talking to a camera and a bunch of screens and there being no one else to kind of gauge their reaction or have a response from. So yeah, it's a different way of presenting, but it definitely feels a lot more comfortable and normal because I know I'm going to get that response from you guys in Discord and in the chat and in the community. And during live streams, you guys are so active in the chat, which is so awesome. So yeah, I would have to say I do feel a lot more comfortable than I did at the beginning of the year. I started the Launchpad as a passion project about sharing with others what an exciting time of space development and exploration we are living through. Little did I know that we were going to be entering a historic year for so many firsts in space companies and a record-breaking year for SpaceX and others, and a year where everyday people would start to cross that Kármán line on the regular. And it all started with the announcement of Inspiration 4, the first all-civilian mission to space on February 1st. And just 24 hours later, after the announcement, I had the honor and privilege of being one of the first to sit down with an exclusive one-on-one interview with Jared Isaacman, the commander and benefactor of Inspiration 4. Jared, we'd like to thank you for being with us here at the Launchpad today. We know you're super busy, so we'll get kind of straight to it.
Yeah, well, first, thanks for having me on. Obviously, I love talking about Inspiration 4 and everything we hope to accomplish with this really awesome mission.
We also had the privilege of sharing the Inspiration 4 Super Bowl commercial at the end of that interview, days before game day. Jared shared a lot about his passion. He first announced the capsule they would be flying on without actually saying its name, but most importantly made sure that the world focused that if we're going to be going to space, we also need to take care of our kids here on Earth at the same time. Little did I know this interview would then lead to a mini press tour of my local media.
And is launching his passion to new heights. He started a YouTube channel all about space and managed to snag a pretty high-profile first guest. Nicole Stilger explains.
I've loved following space since I was a kid.
It's that passion, along with encouragement from friends, that inspired Edmonton's Zachary Aubert to launch his own YouTube channel last month.
And having the opportunity to sit down with a number of the other Inspiration 4 Prosperity Seat contestants. Well, today we're joined by Gabriel Brown to talk about his incredible story and the dream of being selected for Inspiration 4. Today we're joined by Mary Liz Bender, one of the competitors for Inspiration 4 Prosperity Seat. Well, today we're joined with Austin Hirsch, the founder and CEO of the 2050 company. Well, today we're joined by Dr. James Logging, an orthopedic surgeon and incredible photographer. They were joined by Keith and Summer and Ruben, two of the competitors for the Inspiration 4 Prosperity Seat. Today we're joined by Liz Steichen, one of the competitors for Inspiration 4 the Prosperity Seat and the inventor of IVLO. And I got to meet many of them later in the year, and many are new friends. There were so many incredible moments this year that on January 1st I never would have thought would happen. On April 15th, I was lucky enough to be invited onto the media call where NASA announced the first Artemis human landing system was going to SpaceX. And I even got asked a question to the panel live on air on NASA TV, which was then answered by Acting Administrator Steve Gersich.
Our next question comes from Zachary Hobart. Your line is open. Yes, thank you so much. This is Zachary Albert with the Launchpad News. Thanks so much for taking my question.
We knew SpaceX winning the HLS story was a big story, but I don't think we realized how big of a story and how long it was going to last. I have to say the funniest launch of the year was definitely Astra. The best launch of the year, I think it's a tie between Inspiration 4 just because of its history making and Starship SN15. Which goes into the next question from you guys, which was what's the best landing? And that clearly has to go to SN15. Seeing something like that belly flop and land is just truly incredible, and survive. And hopefully we're going to see many more of those coming up this next year. On April 28th, we hit a huge milestone that I and Marcus and others didn't think we'd hit in year one for the Launchpad, and that was 1,000 subscribers, which, if you know YouTube, opens up some more features of the platform, including monetization, which has helped us jump on some pretty awesome opportunities this year. Throughout the year, we have covered some incredible stories and launches, from the Perseverance landing on Mars, to 3 launches within 3 hours, to the first ever flight with Ingenuity on Mars, to Starship launching and landing twice. We reported on new countries signing the Artemis Accords, Jeff Bezos and Richard Branson launching their first cruise over the Kármán line, the Starbase FAA hearings, and the continued political battle to get more funding for NASA and the Artemis program. Our community has grown so much this year, and I'm so grateful for all of you and the support you have been to me and our team this year. That's a big question. There's so many people I'd love to pick. I would love to sit down and just get to know the stories of the real people doing the real hard work on these missions, the ones that don't get the name recognition or the face time, and getting to tell their stories of, working on James Webb or an Atlas V or on Starship, and just getting to share that with everyone. If I had to pick some big names, of course, there's always the big ones. Tory Bruno, Peter Beck, Elon Musk, you guys are always welcome here, or we'll come to you. And it'd be great to sit down with them and just talk about the future of space exploration and humanity. So hopefully we'll get to maybe check some of those off this next year. I think one of the biggest things that I've struggled with this year is sleep. There's just so much that's been happening that it's been exciting but hard to keep up with all of it. And one of the things that gets sacrificed to do so and to stay on top of it and bring you guys the best possible coverage right now with our small team is sleep. So I really hope in 2022 we can continue growing our team so that maybe I can get a few more hours, but we can keep bringing you up-to-date, on-the-moment coverage of breaking news, full live launch coverages of all the launches from the big and the little names, and stuff like that. So that's what I hope to do, but that's what I think the biggest struggle of this year has been. This year, every month, new exciting things were happening around the world in the space industry. And this September, I got to do something that I dreamt of since I was a kid. I got to head down to Florida to watch my first ever rocket launch. And it just happened to be a Falcon 9 and the first all-civilian mission to space. And not only was I there as a space fan, but as an invited guest of the commander of the mission. And then just days before the launch, I ended up receiving NASA and SpaceX media accreditation for the launch pad for the first time. This invitation led to another press tour of my local media, this time with more people, about getting to head down and just the excitement around this mission. This is when I knew I had to get Tyler on our team to make sure we could bring you the best possible live launch coverage, and boy, we learned a lot. We landed in Florida and hit the ground running with literally 2 hours from the time we landed to pick up all of our credentials from everyone. And just to show how amazing this trip was going to be, when we were picking up our credentials, we got to meet Tim Dodd, the everyday astronaut. Now, I need to take a moment. Tim, if you're watching this, I apologize. I didn't mean to ignore you when I said hello and then went straight to talking to Mary Liz and Ryan of Cosmic Perspective. I'd been up 36 hours, and after interviewing Mary Liz and talking to them a bunch about equipment, thanks again, Cosmic Perspective, for all the tips there, meeting you in person just threw it over the top, and I didn't even remember. So hopefully we can meet again this year and have a conversation. I heard that you might be down for an interview.
I would consider, doing a sit down with the Launchpad. I've seen some of their stuff. It's good. And I like all the people they've interviewed.
So let's try to make that happen, Tim, this year. Maybe we can do it down at Starbase or at Mars, but I wish you all the best. This year we saw 3 different vehicles take full This year, we saw 3 different vehicles take full civilian missions across the Kármán line, 2 suborbital, and on September 15th, 2021, we watched Jared, Cyan, Haley, and Chris launch from the historic Pad 39A for the first ever full civilian mission to space, and SpaceX's first astronaut mission separate from NASA. Being there, watching my first ever launch in person, and it being that historic of a launch in space history, I'd be lying if I didn't say it was emotional. The sound of the rocket, the cheering of the crowd, the rumble of the ground, and just how high above you it goes. It was something that was truly incredible. And like many warned me, once you see one launch, oh boy, you want to see another. And I can't wait to go back multiple times this year, not to see more Falcon 9s, but Falcon Heavy, hopefully SLS, and more. Since I had already gone through everything to get into the US and I was going to have to go through all the testing to get back into Canada, I decided I better take a jump over to Starbase to see it for the first time. And we'll be heading back there in early 2022 for an orbital launch. It's such an amazing place getting to stand right on the edge of what is developing, taking us back to the moon and then on to Mars. This new super heavy launch vehicle, standing there just watching and seeing the work happen was incredible. And then getting to meet the community of so many people there and getting to talk to the locals of how excited they are that SpaceX is there. Definitely something that you guys should check out if you have the opportunity. And I can't wait to be back. I think in 2022, maybe we'll host a live launch coverage from a location that we wouldn't have thought. We obviously want to cover from Starbase and from Florida, maybe from Vandenberg, but maybe there'll be some opportunities that we can go somewhere else. And I'm not sure what that would look like, but I'd really love to see that happen. I think getting just to spend the time to dive into stuff that I was already super passionate about, but diving deeper into it and getting to share that with you guys and getting to hear from you guys about firsts that you had. Some of you have been space fans your whole life, but never watched a Soyuz launch. Or you've watched Falcon 9 launches, but you never really saw the landing because you thought that was done. Or so many times we've seen in the chat, this was my first thing, or I'm showing my friend this for the first time. I think it's been really exciting just building this community of people that are passionate and excited about space, but being in a place where it's safe to come and say, I don't know the answers. Here's my question. Can you help? And that's what we always want to strive to be. I'd have to say this, some of the stories that we missed. Sometimes things were happening just so fast that we weren't able to cover everything in the early days of the Launchpad channel this year. And I'm sad that we weren't always able to do that. But I'm excited that we're at a point where that shouldn't be issues for the future. And we'll go from there. But wouldn't say hate. But if there was something I could change of this year, it would be just that we were able to cover even more than we did. And to wrap up this year, we got to sit down with 3 of NASA's brand new astronaut candidates, watch Booster 4 move around a bunch to do some cryo testing, watch the incredible total solar lunar eclipse, watch the incredible total solar lunar eclipse. Watch the incredible total solar eclipse from Antarctica. Watch the incredible total solar eclipse from Antarctica. Track Santa with your kids and watch the long-awaited launch of the historic James Webb Telescope. And currently we're tracking its deployment and all holding our breath as it works through its 344 possible failure points. Next year, I'd love to be able to try to start giving back to schools and education or to charities in a different way if we can, and give people opportunities to visit Kennedy or Johnson Space Center or their local science facility. I think it'd be really great to be able to start doing some more with our TLP Cares and just helping give back and give kids more opportunities to get informed and inspired about space and space exploration. Obviously, any interviews that we can do next year would be super special, and being live on location. There's nothing more exciting and special than actually being there to see a rocket launch. The best day this year, I've got a few. Inspiration 4 launch was absolutely incredible. Seeing Starbase for the first time and seeing Starship and that facility and getting to bring one of my best friends down with me and getting to see someone that doesn't know a lot about space visit a place like that for the first time and just how excited they were. And the opportunity to meet and talk with Jared. Having someone say yes so early on was really special because of all the people that they could have said yes to, they chose someone that had a couple hundred subscribers, had done not even a month of videos, and didn't have a huge reach, but they gave us a shot. And I'm so grateful for Inspiration 4, for SpaceX, and for Jared for that opportunity. Well, it's been an incredible year of growth, and the end of this year, you guys have blown us away. As I said earlier, we didn't even think we'd hit 1,000 subscribers this year, and looking at it at the time of filming this, we're about to hit 32,500, and you guys are just blowing me away that there's that many of you here, and I am so grateful for each and every one of you. I want to say next year we hit that 100K. I think it's going to be possible. It might happen sooner than later. We'll have to see. And I know our Discord's going to say, but what's the stretch goal? We'll go crazy. We'll say 250,000. But 100,000 would be incredible to see on YouTube. But it's the numbers that aren't important. It's important that the right people are here, people are learning, people are excited, and it's just part of being a great community. So the number of subscribers, though amazing and exciting to watch, isn't why we do what we do. We do it because we want to inform and inspire the explorers of tomorrow, because we believe space is better together, and that's what we'll always continue doing. And I guess I just have to say, congratulations, you did it. Another orbit around the sun, another year of growth and development, and another year of stories and memories, launches and breaking news coverage, hopefully not many more space incidents, and who knows what else will come up over this next year. Always remember where it started, January 1st, 2021, 0 subscribers, 0 friends knew about it, and look where you've come to now. To the new team that I know we will have joining the Launchpad over this next year, welcome. I am so excited for those of you that are going to be joining us, and thank you for joining us. Thank you for helping to inform and inspire the explorers of tomorrow. Thank you for taking the risk to join our team, and I can't wait to see what we can do together, and I wish you all the best going into 2023. Let's do it. Let's go. And with that, that's going to do it for 2021. I want to thank the over 4 million of you that have tuned in this year to watch us here on YouTube, to the over 32,500 of you that have subscribed, to all of our members, our Patreons, our Discord community, to my moderators. Thank you so much for taking the time to help make this possible. You are part of our crew, and you always will be. And to you for taking the time to watch this year review, our space news updates, our live launch coverages, and more. The Launchpad wouldn't exist without you, and I am so excited for next year. We've got our brand new weekly show launching soon with a new member of our crew, more live launch coverages, continued breaking news as it happens. We've got our new interview series starting, and so much more, and we can't wait to share all of that with you. But for the last time this year, the Launchpad's mission is to inform and inspire the explorers of tomorrow, because we believe that space is better together. I wish you and your friends and family a happy new year. Here's to a happy, healthy 2023. And I wish you an incredible year of exciting adventures and memories, and we will see you then. But for now, this is Zach signing off from 2021. I'll see you in 2022. Happy New Year.